Hello and welcome to Mathspedia, a math learning hub, and I am Meena, your math guide. This is our fourth session of solving IMO question paper of the year 2020. In this session, we will be solving everyday mathematics, and in this section, there are 10 questions in all from question number 36 to 45. So let's solve. Question number 36. A hemispherical dome of a building needs to be painted from outside. If the circumference of the base of the dome is 17.6 meters, then find the cost of painting it at the rate of rupees 8 per 100 centimeters square. So one thing that we need to understand and keep in mind is, here the circumference is given in meters, whereas the rate of painting it per 100 centimeters square, it is in centimeters square, right? So that we need to change later on. So before that, we need to find the radius, because we are given the circumference of the base of the dome, and then with the help of that radius, we will find the area of the outer surface of the hemispherical dome. Let's start. If you draw the diagram of the dome, so you are given this, that is your 17.6 meters, and you want to paint this surface, outer surface, right? Now, since we are given the circumference of the base, so circumference of the base, the formula is 2 pi r, that is 17.6. Therefore, r is equals to 17.6 by 2 pi. If I substitute the value of pi, it will be 17.6 into 7 by 2 into 22, because pi is 22 by 7. So this will be 7 by 22, right? Now if I solve it, I'll get the answer as 2.8 meters, right? See, 11 2s are 22, 11 1s are 11.6, then this is 2 1s are 2, 0.8, this is 0.4, so 4 7s are 28, that means 2.8 meters. Now I need the area of the outer surface of the dome. Outer curved surface area is equals to 2 pi r square, 2 into 22 by 7 into 2.8 into 2.8. After solving it, I'll get it as 49.28 meters square. Now as I told you before only, it is in meters square, whereas the rate of painting it is given per centimeter square. So to convert this into centimeter squares, I need to multiply this by 10,000. So it will be 492,800 centimeter square, right? Now for 100 centimeter square, we need to pay 8 rupees. So for this many centimeter squares, how much? So what we will do is, this is what is area. Now cost of painting, it will be rupees 8 by 100 into 49,2800. So this is cancelled, and what I'll get is, it's a 64, 8 2s are 16, plus 6, it will be 22, 2 carried, 8 9s are 72, plus 74, 7 carried, 8 4s are 32, 32 plus 7, it will be 39. It is 39,424. 39,424. So option C is the correct answer here. Okay. Question number 37. 12 years ago, the ratio of age of P to age of Q was 3:4. The present age of P is 3 whole 3 by 5 times of R's present age. If R's present age is 10 years, then what is the Q's present age? See, what we are given is R's present age. So, present age of R is 10 years, right? And present age of P is 3 whole 3 by 5. That means 18 by 5 of R's age. That means 18 by 5 into 10. That is nothing but 36. So P's present age is 36 years. Let Q's present age is X years, right? So I can say that P's present age minus 12, that means 36 minus 12 divided by X minus 12 is equals to 3 by 4. Therefore, this is 36 minus 12 is 24 into 4. I will just cross multiply. That is equals to 3 into X minus 12. So, 24 4 is 96, and if I bring this 3 this side, I will get 96 by 3 is equals to X minus 12. Therefore, X minus 12 is equals to 32. So, that means 12 years ago Q was 32 years old, right? So, that means now Q is, if I take 12 to the right side, it will be added. So, X is equals to 32 plus 12, he is now 44 years old. So, the answer is 44, it is option C. Question number 38. The average marks in mathematics of a class of 24 students is 56. If the marks of 3 students were misread as 44, 45 and 61, instead of the actual marks 48, 59, 67 respectively, what would be the correct average marks of the class? So, you know how to find the average, that means mean. It is sum of the observations by total number of observation, that is your mean. So, here one average is given to you. Average, I will just write in short, average of marks of 24 students, that is equals to sum of marks of 24 students divided by total number of students. So, that is, see, average is given to you is 56 and you do not know the total. So, let us assume as X, right? And total number of students are 24. So, the sum is X, that is equals to 56 into 24, and that will give you 1344. That is a total of 24 students when the marks were 44, 45 and 61 of 3 students. Now, to get the new average, what I will do is, from this total, if I subtract these 3 marks which were wrong or they were not correctly entered, and add the new marks, the correct marks, so that will be the new sum of the marks of the students, and then I will divide it by 24 and I will get the new average. So, for that I will do it like this. So, it will be like this, average, new average will be 1344 minus 45 minus 44 minus 61, now plus 48 plus 59 plus 67. This will be divided by 24. So if you, when you simplify it, you will get the answer as, I'll directly write the answer. Okay, so the sum will be, the total sum will be 1368. Instead of 1344, the sum will be 1368 divided by 24, and that way the new average is 57. A is the correct answer. Question number 39. If the annual decrease in the population of a town is 15% and the present population of the town is 32,000, then what will be the population of the town after 3 years? The population after 3 years will be 32,000 into 1 minus 15 divided by 100. Since it is for 3 years, so we will write 3 as a cube. So this will be equal to 32,000 into, now LCM 100 minus 15, so it will be 85 by 100 cube. And when you simplify this, for simplification, for calculation, be very careful not to make any mistake. So the final answer will be 19,652. That will be the population of the city after 3 years. Is it the answer? 19,652, yes. So option C is the right answer here. Question number 40. In a cricket match, a batsman hits the boundary 5 times out of 40 balls played by him. Find the probability that the boundary is not hit by the ball. Total number of balls that he played. 40. Okay, and number of boundaries he played, 5. So for that 5 balls, number of balls he, that means the batsman, didn't hit the boundary. They are 40 minus 5, that means 35. So we need to find the probability of this, right? So that means this divided by total number of balls. So probability is, required probability you should say, is 35 divided by 40. That will give you 7 by, because 5 sevens are 35, 5 eights are 40, 7 by 8. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 41. A person has to completely put each of 3 colors of paint, 162 liters of red paint, 126 liters of blue paint and 180 liters of yellow paint in cans of equal size without mixing any of the 3 colors of paint such that each can is completely filled. What is the least possible number of cans required? What is the least possible number of cans required? For this you need HCF. So to find HCF, you know to factorize the numbers. So HCF is equals to, you know how to find. Our numbers are 162, 126 and the other is 180. So first let's divide it by 2. 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6, 2 9s are 18 and 0. Now this is divisible by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, this is 27, this is 21 and this is 30. Again divisible by 3, so it is 9s are, 7s are and 10s are. Now this is the HCF. It shows the capacity of the cans. Two threes are 6, 6 threes are 18. So one can is of 18 liters capacity, and this shows the number of cans required. 9 cans are required for red paint, 7 for blue paint, and similarly 10 cans are required for yellow paint. So if you add them, you will get 9 plus 7 is 16 plus 10, 26 cans are required. So answer is 26. Where is it? Yes, B. So right answer is B. Question number 42. A taxi charges rupees 25 for the first kilometer and rupees 12.50 paise each for every subsequent kilometer. For a distance of p kilometers, an amount of rupees q is paid. Which of the following shows the linear equation representing the given information? Suppose I have traveled 10 kilometers. So out of those 10 kilometers, first kilometer I paid rupees 25, and rest of the kilometers, that means 9 kilometers, were charged at the rate of rupees 12.50 paise. So those 9 kilometers will be multiplied by 12 rupees 50 paise plus 25. So here how much I have traveled, how many kilometers? P kilometers. So out of P kilometers, 1 kilometer I have paid rupees 25, right? And then rest of the kilometers means P minus 1 kilometers I have paid at the rate of rupees 12.50 paise. So that means, and this is equals to Q rupees. That is the fare. So the linear equation should be like this. I paid rupees 25 for first kilometers plus 12.5 into P minus 1 kilometers, because rest of the kilometers will be multiplied by 12.5 plus 25, that is I have paid for first kilometer, and this is equals to rupees q. Now let me solve this. It will be 25 plus 12.5 or 0 they are writing, so P minus 12.50 is equals to Q. So plus minus minus, so it will be 12.50 P plus 12.50, 25 minus 12.5, it is half, is equals to Q. So this is the required equation which matches with the option number D. So here D is the correct answer. Question number 43. The perimeter of a triangular field is 540 meters and its sides are in the ratio of 25:17:12. Find the cost of ploughing the field at rupees 5 per meter square. So to find the cost, you need to find the area of the triangular field, and you are just given a perimeter. So with the help of perimeter, first we will find the sides of the perimeter which are given in the ratio, and then with the help of Heron's formula, because we are given perimeter, so we need half of perimeter, that means S, and with the help of that we can find the area of the triangular field, and then we will multiply that area with 5 and you will get the cost of ploughing the field, right? Here no need to convert the units because they are already in meter and meter square. So here I am given perimeter is equals to, I am just writing 25x plus 17x plus 12x. Because sum of the sides is equals to perimeter, and that is given to me. Now 25 plus 17 plus 12 is 54. So 54x is equals to 540. Therefore x is equals to 10 meters. This is in meters. So one side is 25 into 10. So 250, 170 and 120. So the sides of the field are 170 meters, 250 meters and 120 meters. Now I know perimeter, so that way S is equals to P by 2, that is equals to 540 by 2, that is equals to 270 meters, right? Now area of field is equals to, you know the Heron's formula. As per the Heron's formula, it is S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So here S is 270. I'll directly substitute the values, and I may write the direct answer also to save time. 270 into 270 minus 250 into 270 minus 170 into 270 minus 120. So that will give you under root 270 into 20 into 100 into 150. So to find the square root, you need to factorize them. This will be 100, 10 into 10, this will be 25 into 6, this will be 4 into 5, this will be 9 into 3 into 2 into 5, right? So if you pair them, this will be 3, square root of 9, 3, this will be 10, this will be 5, and if I pair these two 5, I'll get 1 5, right? And square root of 4 will be 2, and here 2 3s are 6, so again 2 and 2, and here 3 and 3 will make 6 only, because 2 3s are 6 and this is also 6, so 6. So I'll write here square root of 9 3 into this 6 was there, no, 6 into 6, so 6 into 5 into 2 into 10 into 5. That will give you, see, 5 5s are 25, 25 10s are 250, 250 2s are will give you 500, 500 into 6 will give you 3000, 3000 3s are 9000. So it is 9000 meters square. Now this is area, right? Now cost will be, I'll multiply this 9000 into 5, that will give you 45,000 rupees. Answer is given 45,000. Yes, option A is the correct answer here. Question number 44. The marked price of a shirt is 20% higher than the cost price. A discount of 20% is given on the marked price. Find the loss or gain percent. Let the cost price be rupees X. Now since the marked price is 20% higher, that means more than the cost price, the marked price is equals to rupees X plus 20 by 100 into X. That will be, if I take out LCM, so it will be 120 X by 100. Now while selling it, it is 20% discount, that means 20% less than this price. So the selling price is equals to rupees, now 120x by 100 minus, because we are giving discount, so we will subtract here. How much? 20%. So 20 by 100 on what? 120x by 100. Now if I take out 120x by 100 common, I'll get rupees 120x by 100 in the bracket 1 minus 20 by 100. So it will be 100 minus 20 by 100, that means 80 by 100. It will be rupees 120x by 100 into 80 by 100. So if you simplify it, you will get it as rupees 96x by 100. Now we have to find the percentage, but first of all we have to see whether it is loss or gain. So whenever the selling price is less than CP, we have taken CP as X. So cost price X and selling price is 96x by 100. So SP is less than CP, so it is a loss. SP is less than CP, so it is loss. So we have to find the loss percentage. Therefore, loss percentage is equals to, you know how to find, X minus 96x by 100 divided by X is the cost price, into 100. So if you simplify it, you will get it as, if I take out the LCM here, 100x minus 96x, so it will be 4x by 100x into 100, right? 4x by 100x into 100, 100 cancelled, right? X cancelled, so what is remaining is 4%. So answer is B, 4%. Question number 45. A starts a business with rupees 6,000 and B joins the business 4 months later with an investment of rupees 8,000. After 1 year, they earn a profit of rupees 34,000. Find the share of A in profit. Solution. Share of A to B is, since A invested rupees 6,000, so 6,000 into 12, he was from the beginning and he joined after 4 months, that means 8 months he was there, so he invested rupees 8,000 into 8, it will give you 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8, then 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, so it will be 9 by 8. Total profit earned is rupees 34,000. So share of A for profit will be 9 by 17 into 34,000. So if you solve it, you will get it rupees 18,000. So option A is the right answer. See you in the next video for Achievers section. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching and do like and share the video and subscribe the channel.